Okay, so I want to briefly go over assignment number 5, just to be sure that we're all on the same page for all the things that you need to do. So these are problems that are in the back of this chapter, at the end of this chapter, starting on page 295. The first couple that you have here, note that you only need to do part A for the first two. So they're only worth 5 points each. Okay, so in this case, you're just going to be calculating the pitch circle diameter or the pitch diameter. So if we go underneath for numbers five, I'm sorry, center distance, for number 5 and number 6, you're just going to be doing the center distance, not the pitch diameter. I saw that this was up here as A. It's down here. 5 and 6 are down here below, so it's center distance for each one of these. You don't need to do B, C, and D. Okay, just part A. Then you are going to go up to problem number 10.9, and you are going to then find the pitch diameters, so that's the lowercase d, and the center distance for each 9, 13, and 14. Now, for each one of these, they're identifying internal teeth. Yours are external, so you're going to do external teeth, meaning that the teeth are on the perimeter of the gear, not on the inside of the gear. Okay, and we only did problems that were external. So each one of these is external. So if it says internal and you're like, what is that? It's an external gear. So you'll notice on that assignment, all 3 of these, make sure that both of the gears are external. Okay, and then they'll match what the answers are in the homework here. Okay, then you have 15 and 16. So 15 and 16, you're going to calculate the speed of the gear, which is going to be the angular velocity, or W, and then also the pitch line velocity, which is that lowercase v, okay, for each one of the descriptions that you see here for 15 and 16, okay? Those really go along with all of these are like the first or part 1 of chapter 10, okay? Now, the stuff that we looked at in part 2 here are going to be 25 and 26. You're going to select catalog gears. So what this means is you're going to use the charts in the book, okay? And these are going to go along with the examples we did earlier on. So here you want to determine the appropriate set of catalog gears using tables 10-7 for this application. And then same thing for number 26, okay? So you have everything you need there for that. Then for number 50, here you're going to use the properties as identified. And then up at the top of the next column, it says that you are going to determine the velocity of gear 5 as gear 2 drives at 1200 RPM clockwise. So gear 5 is here. Gear 2 is here. This is going this time clockwise at 1200 RPMs. Okay, and you want to find out what is the velocity of that gear. So what is W5? Okay. Additionally, they also want to find out what is the center distance from gear 2 to gear 5. Okay, so what's the center distance from here to here? All right. So that's number 50. And then number 52 is going to be just like the problem 1053 that we did in class, but this time you have different numbers up here. And then again, don't forget about that idler there. So you're going to be finding what is the velocity of gear 8. So that's going to be W8. And then what is the center distance? Okay. Don't forget to identify the direction. So if it's clockwise, counterclockwise, and that negative in front of the velocity ratios is going to help you with that. Okay. So those are the problems for assignment number 5. Use the formatting that we did in class during our lecture demonstrations to be what is expected for you to hand in for that assignment. And then you can check your final answers with the PDF that we have here. Okay. So the rest of the time that we have together today, you can then can work on this assignment or anything else that you might be needing to for prior modules. I'm going to stop